here, owner and founder of Vinok Personal Stylist Company, currently based out of DC and moving this week to California. So as a personal stylist, clients often ask me, what should I wear for X, Y, or Z event? With Mardi Gras right around the corner, I figured I'd get ahead of the question with free outfit tips for this quintessential American holiday. So today we're just going to talk for a few minutes about what is Mardi Gras, what do people typically eat, what are some classic Mardi Gras traditions and activities, and most importantly, what should we wear for Mardi Gras? So as the French and the Creoles in New Orleans both say, "Là c'est le bon temps brûlé." Let the good times roll, let's do it. So what is Mardi Gras? Mardi Gras, which means Fat Tuesday for reasons that will soon make perfect sense, is traditionally celebrated on the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday and the start of Lent. In many areas, however, Mardi Gras has evolved into almost like a week-long festival, like a carnival type thing. So Mardi Gras 2025 is going to fall on Tuesday, March the 4th this year. So let's peek into the history. Mardi Gras has roots in ancient pagan celebrations of spring and fertility, like Rome's Saturnalia and Lupercalia festivals. When Christianity arrived, these lively traditions were adapted into the faith rather than trying to get rid of them. They just folded them into the faith, turning Mardi Gras into like a prelude to Lent, which is a 40-day period of fasting and penance. As Christianity continued to spread across Europe, Mardi Gras followed, with revelers using the days before Lent to indulge in rich foods, meat, eggs, cheese, milk, before the upcoming period of fasting. So basically, they were getting their kicks in before that 40-day fast kicked off. So Mardi Gras in America began on March 3rd, 1699, when a few French explorers landed near present-day New Orleans and held a small celebration. Some people will say Mobile, though, just FYI. Over time, the holiday grew with street parties, masked balls, feasts, that kind of thing. So when the Spaniards came over, very, very intensely Catholic, they temporarily banned the festivities, but then those festivities all came back after Louisiana became a U.S. state in 1812. The first recorded Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans took place back in 1837. And in 1857, the mystic crew of Comus introduced torchlit processions, elaborate floats, shaping the modern celebrations we think of today. So today, crews, parades, bead throwing, king cake, all of these are key traditions we'll discuss. Louisiana remains the only state where Mardi Gras is actually a legal holiday, but festivities are alive and well in places like Alabama, Mississippi, and others. So when you're talking about food for Mardi Gras, there are really like 5 or 6 foods that really stand out. Let's start with jambalaya. Jambalaya is a hearty one-pot dish with rice, smoked sausage, chicken, shrimp, all simmered in these Creole Cajun spices. It's a Mardi Gras staple, reflecting Louisiana's rich cultural blend of French, Spanish, African influences. So really good meal there. Next up, we've got red beans and rice, which is a comforting dish made with some slow-cooked red beans, smoked sausage or ham normally, spices all over this fluffy, light white rice. It's traditionally eaten on Mondays, but it's a Mardi Gras seasonal favorite for its deep flavor, and it's just so easy to make, so they love it. On top of that, there have been songs written about it, including this one. Beignets are another staple. It's deep fried, kind of like every culture has some kind of fried dough. This is the New Orleans version. Deep fried, pillowy dough squares dusted with powdered sugar. One of the most famous places is Café du Monde in New Orleans serves them. But these sweet treats are basically like a Mardi Gras must. You've got to have them. Very, very good with a cup of hot chicory coffee, for example. And then finally, one of the most quintessential staples is the king cake, which is a colorful, often cinnamon-filled pastry decorated usually in the Mardi Gras colors, green, gold, purple, hiding a tiny plastic baby inside. And the legend goes that whoever finds the baby is tasked with providing the next king cake, and that means that keeps the party going all season long. Next up is moon pies, marshmallow flavored and filled rather, chocolate coated cookie type things thrown from Mardi Gras floats. They're very airborne. So they're thrown as kind of like an alternative to throwing beads. These are a southern snack, but they've become so inexorably tied to Mardi Gras that you're going to see them everywhere, especially in Mobile, Alabama, which is where my dad's from. So now we know what people eat. What do people do for Mardi Gras? Well, number one, first thing that comes to mind for me is parades. These are the heart of Mardi Gras. They feature massive floats, costume riders, carnival-looking costumes, marching bands, crews that we talked about earlier, tossing beads and trinkets into the crowds. Each parade usually has a theme of some kind of sort, traditions. Everything is just so extravagant. It's about eye-catching spectacle, and it's such a highlight of the season. I've been to a few of these, they're wonderful. We also have parties, of course. So lively street celebrations, private house gatherings, everything in between. Mardi Gras parties are often filled with music, dancing, and again, indulgence is the key here. So indulgent food, indulgent outfits, etc. They embody basically the spirit of Carnival, bringing people together in a world of like festive fun, just craziness. Then there's the galas, kind of an upscale version of what we just discussed. Exclusive, elegant, masquerade-type balls, often hosted by those crews, featuring very formal gowns, live music, pageantry. These invite-only events often crown like royalty, kind of like you've got a prom king or queen, that kind of thing. They celebrate the grandeur of Mardi Gras, which is like the most lavish decor you could think of, and some timeless traditions too. And then the last thing that you might see during Mardi Gras is the throwing of beads, which has kind of a couple of meanings. So it's a signature Mardi Gras tradition where the people who are riding the floats are tossing out colorful beads and candies and doubloons and trinkets, and catching these throws is all part of the fun, especially when you're a kid. You're just like, yeah, throw me something, mister, to score the best goodies. So something important to know though, by the way, if you are bringing kids, is you really need to understand is, as the sun sets, the crowd gets a little bit raunchier, and sometimes I would not recommend keeping your kids out past like a certain hour. Beads are sometimes thrown specifically and exclusively to women who lift their shirts up and expose their bare chest towards the floats. So just keep that in mind if you have kids with you for a Mardi Gras parade. So now it's my favorite part, the fashion. As we all know, parade fashion is very different from party fashion, which is different from soiree fashion. So let's break it down into those three categories. For one, parade fashion. Thinking about your base layers here, Mardi Gras temperatures in New Orleans can range from the 40s to the 60s, depending on the time of day. So dress accordingly. If you get cold easily, I'd recommend wool, silk, cashmere, fleece, layers on the, especially for your base layer, because they trap heat really well. If you're one of those people though who gets hot quickly and you overheat, a breathable cotton, maybe like waffle shirt layer would work really well, because it's gonna breathe and it's hypoallergenic. There's a lot of good things about cotton. So bring scarves also, or accessories that can double as warmth layers or be stowed away easily. Just tuck it into your bag and forget about it. So I would definitely recommend throwing a couple scarves in your bag. As for outer layers, green, gold, purple, classic colors can't go wrong. Black, white, same thing. But if you really want to be noticed by the people throwing candy on the floats, I'd recommend maybe a bright, warm tone, solid color like red to help you stand out for parade throwing. I'd also recommend avoiding long skirts, baggy clothes, hoodies, stuff like that, because it's easy to snag or rip or trip over your skirt, or somebody steps on it. Why bother? Just keep it closer into your body. For footwear, you're going to be doing tons and tons of walking, and you're going to be in crowded spaces, so sturdy, closed-toed shoes, like, those are going to be the best for comfort, protection, getting stepped on, etc. I'd also recommend going darker with your colors, black shoes, dark blue shoes, etc. to hide that dirt. Avoid suede, avoid high-end leather. They're not going to hold up as well. These shoes are going to get beaten up, so keep that in mind when you're getting dressed. And as for accessories, if you're allowed to bring a bag to the parade, that's fantastic for storing your hot treasures, your extra little trinkets, your layers, etc. Sunglasses also are going to make a huge difference for daytime parades. It's an essential item. And a hair tie to keep your view clear so your hair doesn't get in your way as you're trying to catch things and you're looking up and looking all over the place. Skip hats though, I think that's the best. They can block your view like the visor, but they can also block people around you from seeing, and everybody's looking up at the floats and trying to catch the things flying down in the air. A hat's not doing anybody any favors. But now, you're all set for Mardi Gras parade.
What comes after the parade? Probably a party, right? So you guessed it, that means three categories: outfit, footwear, and accessories. So starting with your outfit, obviously follow the dress code if one's given, but a cocktail look, ideally with some extra glam, is probably a safe bet. Think like glitter, sparkles, New Year's Eve kind of vibes. Mardi Gras is all about indulgence, so don't be afraid to show a little extra leg and push your style boundaries. As for footwear, if you can, go for the sparkly heels, but be realistic about comfort after a few rounds of bourbon. Pack some flats in your bag for when the night wears on and you'll thank yourself later. And finally, for accessories, keep your bag small. Just enough for essentials like your phone, your lipstick, your comb, your flats. Stylish mask is a must, at least at the start of the night, and Mardi Gras beads or a long gold necklace can add the perfect festive touch. But what if, instead of a house party, you get invited to a full-on soiree? A gala at a large ballroom or hall. There's still just 3 categories: outfit, footwear, and accessories. For your outfit, go all out with a floor-length gown or tuxedo. These are formal affairs after all. Long gloves in Mardi Gras colors or neutrals add sophistication. Opt for some bold details like high slits, deep V-necks, open backs, or illusion mesh, my personal favorite, illusion mesh with lace or glitter accents for a touch of risque elegance. As for your footwear, if you plan to dance, choose shoes with straps for security to keep them on your feet, and suede soles for smooth gliding. I recommend ballroom dance shoes, just find them on Amazon with the suede soles. Nude colored shoes also elongate the legs, and they're more forgiving on the dance floor because it's harder to see your mistakes. And open-toe shoes are ideal for Latin dances, while closed-toe suits better for waltz and tango, that kind of thing. But wear whatever makes you feel fabulous. Speaking of accessories, a mask is a must, but keep a small bag handy in case you need to stash it. Skip the Mardi Gras beads in favor of glamorous jewelry because of the upscale nature of this event. Think diamonds, gems, gold, and a sparkly or silky clutch with a bold red or purple lip. That's going to complete your show-stopping look. So Cinderella, you will be ready for the ball. So which of these looks were you most excited to try? Please leave a comment if you're going to a parade, a party, or a soiree, and if you found any of my advice helpful as you were getting ready. And drop a like and subscribe. That would really help my channel grow so I can continue Vinok's stated mission of helping the people look the part, because that's why I started this company.
So thanks, and là c'est le bon temps brûlé.